Hey guys, welcome to the National Education Cycle. Today we will learn how to create videos. So let's begin. And yeah, I'm Sanskar, your MC staff B2B marketing. So let's proceed with the video tutorials. Alright, so by the end of the video, you should understand how you can use videos to tell a story, understand elements of a basic video showcasing, getting to know the basic flow of video editing. Cool. So, before we begin, let's talk about the art of storytelling. Imagine a situation where you got stuck in an island somewhere in Indonesia alone and you're waiting for some people to come by and rescue you. Now, what you have is a smartphone with a working camera and nothing else. So you decide to make a survival video to put it on YouTube once you reach back home. Because you are actually expecting people to come back and save you. So why not? This is where you create a rough plan. Like, what all to do, what all to include, what not. Basically this tells you how to tell a story so that another person actually enjoys it. Start by taking small footages as per your plan. Sceneries, food, weird experiences, stranger, and whatnot, whatever you can find, whatever thing you think are suitable. Or you can keep the camera on this whole time, but since you are running on a limited battery, you don't want to do that. But then you would create a great time lapse if you want. Uh, you should avoid taking shaky shots as much as possible because the video should be watchable as well. So like probably your phone has EIS, so go ahead and turn it on. Uh, if you don't know what EIS, please search in the Google. Next. So now that you've done that and you've finally reached home, it's time to make a final video. So for that, you need to plan a script actually to tell your story because just random recordings won't make much sense. The best ones are with the narration, I feel, and then record it with your voice or record a video of you telling your entire experience, and there are cuts in between. Now we'll get into details as we proceed ahead. So for that, you need to import all the footages, recordings, and images into one place in your computer. Now, post which you just need to get a software, import, assemble, and add some background music, and voila, your video is going to be awesome. Provided you do it like a decent manner. This is all you need. But one thing that is missing right now is an emotion. Like your video is all gold, you have every possible element, but ensure whenever you make a video, it emits some emotion, it evokes the emotion for the people who are intended to watch it. you know Now let's proceed how you can make a great video actually. So for that, you don't need any super hi-fi, super crazy ass camera. You just need a smartphone and a laptop, like we discussed. So, like, most of the things, like today's smartphones are really, really powerful. Even the software that you need to use to compile a video are also gotten so easier these days. You can also make it in your phone. If you want a better control, you can make it in your laptop. So, we'll proceed next to what makes actually a great video. You know, so basically, it is like everything that you have, but think about these questions before what to start with. So you need to start with these few elements, like I discussed in the part of the storytelling. Script is a must. You must need to have a concept, you need to have titles as in like a few videos, they have certain segments like uh, saying, say, this is a part of this part, this is something like it's a subtitle. Next is your music, your footage, editing, text, and voice. These are the basic things. When they are all compiled in a manner that it's perceivable by the human brain and evokes emotion, they tell a story. So I will tell you what usually works for Isaac, and we usually make two kinds of videos. One is with just background music and text with some footages running, stock footages, good quality ones. And the second ones are usually with a script. Like, for example, there is a video where I record a voice of one of my colleague as per the script. Then I add few shorten footages or few footages from YouTube or stock footages from Pexel and these places, and combine it together to form a video that actually speaks to you, and there is someone speaking something in that video. So these are the two kinds of videos that we make in Isaac. But there is no right way. You can have videos that are even more creative. Some animated videos will also help in, probably, if you know how to make animations. Post which, ask yourself these questions again. What is the purpose of your video? you know who is going to watch your video? What story am I going to tell with the video? What is the best way to tell a story? What is the feeling you want people to feel? If you know the answer to these questions, then proceed with the software. So basically, if you are a Windows user, so Premiere Pro is the most good software that you can use. If you are someone who owns a Mac, it's easy because you have iMovie for Mac as well, which is very simple to use. And also there is a professional app called Final Cut Pro 10. And if you are someone who wants to do everything on phone, there is again Adobe Premiere Clip for Android users and iMovie for iOS users. Again, I would like to come back to these questions, like what is the purpose of video, because that is going to tell how the video is going to be. If the purpose of the video is to say make someone laugh, so it needs to be funny. So does the background music, so does the script. Now it also depends on who is going to watch this video. It is somewhat directed towards the customer persona, like the kind of person who is watching this video, or the kind of audience you want to tap. And again, next is what is the story that you are trying to tell, because it definitely matters. Like, even in a funny video, there can be a story that is something compelling, something emotional. But what is the best way to tell a story is the best way to tell a story is absolutely on you. There is no actually written manner that this story is the best, but then a story should be structured, and it must have a proper beginning and a proper ending. Like we discussed initially, like suppose you are lost in an island, you need to collect few things, and when you assemble it in a video in a manner, it evokes an emotion. That is the best way to tell a story. Now, what is the feeling you want people to feel? Again, this is just about this emotion I'm talking about. So we will move on to the next thing, that is the soundtrack. you know Soundtracks are like very common. If you have seen movies, if you've seen TV shows, they are very very common. Why? Because if you just remove the soundtrack and start speaking, it's either your voice or emptiness. So to fill these emptiness, to bring a tone to your voice, to set a mood, you need a soundtrack, probably in a lower volume while you speak, but otherwise it's needed. So these are few resources that you guys can, you know, explore again for audio resources. One is the Marmoset, then YouTube audio library, then there is Premium then there is SoundCloud. I prefer, YouTube audio libraries, because I can download the videos in MP3 format and I can use it. Also, definitely don't forget, like, it happens when we are starting out making videos, we forget to put music, like when it ends. keeps on playing actually, and there is a blank screen and music is still playing. So ensure that you cut the music as soon as your video ends. One tip is you can add few transitions while you begin and while you end the sound clips, so that it does not sound abrupt, when you begin. So it's slowly transitioning to a higher volume, and since we do not want the entire song, when you cut it, also put transitioning where it fades away lightly. So this is about the soundtrack basically. Next is the script. I told you like to make a script initially. So what is actually the script? So the script is something that is going to bound your story, that is the actual story that you are telling. Like videos and everything are fine, but this is the gist of it. This is what they are going to hear. This is what they are going to perceive. So plan the script based on how long your video should be. Like say if it's a longer video, so you need to ensure the audience is not getting bored. If it's a shorter video, you need to ensure there is not too much of script to fit into that shorter time frame, because time and again, say you want to put a video on Instagram, so it needs to be maximum of 60 seconds. If it's beyond that, it's not gonna play at once. Similarly for stories, it's even lesser, it's 15 seconds. And if you want to continue, like split the stories into 15 15 second slot. Now again, plan the footage, interviews, titles, etc. Remember, words make people connect and feel and act. So definitely focus on these things, like words that you use are really going to make an impact. Moving on, like audio for a great video. So these are some tips that you can make. Like you should consider. You may choose to add your own voice for the video, which creates a personal impact. However, ensure that you are adding your own voice in a silent room, because probably if you might need to even turn off your fan, sit in the hot, it's India, I know, but that's what it takes to make a good audio for the video. Like if you want to record your voice, either buy a good quality pair of noise cancellation mics. If you cannot, then try finding a silent space so that the video works really great once it's done. Moving on to visuals for a great audio. Now, these are again few tips where you can get good quality visuals. Consider like these shots as per the script. Like say a script that says something, try to find some footages that is very related. Like say if it's like I want to go on an adventure, try to find a video footage that has someone walking in across a mountain or something like that, or walking down a forest. So you can do that. Otherwise, if you're shooting on your own, try to shoot elements that are 2 to 3 seconds, because don't want to get lost with lots of videos. You exactly know what things to put and as per your script. So try getting the script done initially, so that you can also shoot in a planned manner. Moving on, angles are also important, because these days smartphones and amateur users, if you shoot videos from a particular angle, it looks really good. Also, try to ensure like your phone is not tilted; it's in the right shape as per the things are going on outside. Now, shoot less and only when it's required. Like I said, it's not that how much you shoot, it's like what is that you are trying to shoot in small, precise, crisp manner. Try avoiding shaky content, like turn on EIS or OIS if your phone has it, or hold the phone steady if you are zooming in and doing these things, because no one likes a shaky video. And then once you do all that, then it's your aha moment, like you put everything perfectly, and then voila. Again, coming to editing and lineups, so try to store all the collected contents in one folder. That helps to organize and import things into the software. Import everything to Premiere Pro here, for example, because I use this app. It's very useful for me. But then if you have a different software, all of them must have an import option, because what import does is it creates a copy of these originals temporarily so that you can use it directly in your video instead of searching again and again. Now, once you import these things, place the background music, then the audio and footage, and arrange them accordingly. So this goes by a layer kind of approach where you put things one above the other, and as per that, it is visible for the audio part, for the video part. Similarly, with the audio, you can control how much volume to put into each kind of audio, like say background music, how much audio you want, or your voice, how much audio do you want. You can also change the kind of audio that is produced based on the amount of noise it's recording. You can have noise cancellation filters that are available by default, and there are several other things that you can do with these professional softwares. What you can do is you can also fill stock footages where you do not have any short recordings or recordings of you speaking. You can fill it with stock footages time and again. And yeah, so clean the audio and sync it with the short footage, and that's it. So, I wanted to showcase some mediums where you can showcase your filmmaking skills. Like the idea is, if you are making a video, where are you going to put it? So few things that you can do is put in Facebook and ensure that your community is engaged. Similarly for like YouTube being the king, like everyone wants to be a YouTuber, you can put your video on YouTube. uh, Again, Instagram stories and IGTVs are used for the vertical format. Moving on, you if you want to learn some actual filmmaking skills, some actual video making skills, definitely follow these channels. What Nas Daily does is he used to shoot 1 minute videos a day, so he did it continuously for 1,000 days. So it's like really inspirational the way he tells stories and he travels around the world. Similarly, Peter McKinnon is one of my favorite content creators. His tutorials never feel boring. It's amazing to learn from him, and he's a master pro in whatever he does. And Sondek Films is also kind of a tutorial one, but it's a little boring than Peter McKinnon. Moving on, Sam Colder. Sam Colder is like makes really good videos. He does not give you tutorials, but the concepts of his videos are just amazing. Like you can find tutorials about how to make Sam Colder videos. That is how amazing they are. And if you are more into learning the software, you can go into Adobe Premiere tutorials. I am not sure about Mac users. Probably you can find something similar in their website, or I don't know. Also, there is Shutterstock tutorials. Like these are also generic tutorials how to make videos. So these are all the resources that you need to make a video, to start making videos. And yeah, now I want to congratulate you. It's amazing that you have been through this while sitting with me, listening to my boring voice. So, congratulations, future filmmaker. Maybe someday you will be a YouTuber or something. But then, have a nice day, have a nice time learning this, and enjoy the process of making videos. Thank you, guys. See you later. Bye bye. Have fun.